always get nervous when I do these kind of videos. Hi, welcome. We're doing my complete physical TBR. We're going through every single book that I have owned that I do not read. I'm starting it now. Usually I don't do this until a couple months into the year, and I'm like, why am I doing it that way? We're gonna start this year with this because I don't know, I feel like it's easier to track when you do it at the beginning of the year. But we're going through every single one of my books, not like a complete tour, but all of my unread books. I just did a big unhaul if you're interested in that, so I got rid of 25 books for 2025, so you can go check out that video if you want. Now, it's time to go through all of these. So, this is my third year doing this video, so if you're interested in the previous 2 years to see how this lifetime challenge is going, we'll see. I ended the last one with 171 books of mine on the shelf unread. I just unhauled 12 that I had that were on my TBR, so we'll see if that makes the number go down. I don't know if it will. It's day 6 of the Magic Mind performance shot. This is there to help you reduce stress and anxiety. I've done this challenge with this one before. I did it for 15 days back in July. I really loved it. I'm very thankful to be working with Magic Mind again. This is my first time doing the sleep ones. I've been using it for the past couple days and I've been really loving it. I am one of those readers who finds it really hard to fall asleep because I'm constantly reading and then I'm staying up till 4 in the morning. It's not good on my mental health. I've been taking the sleep elixir. It helps you go to bed sooner, helps you have a better night's sleep. It's been really nice. Each bottle you buy, they donate 5 cents to a mental health charity for the homeless, which I really appreciate. This is also not a coffee substitute, so you can take it with coffee, so you're not like losing your coffee as well. This is also just a little tool to help you out. You really gotta focus on your mental health, your mental wealth, as we might say. Like, you gotta prioritize that. You gotta make sure you're not burning yourself out. You gotta focus on those things like your sleep and your diet and your fitness and your stress management and the exogenous compounds in the world. This is the 24-hour bundle, so literally throughout the whole day, in the morning, daytime, you take this mental performance shot, at night you take the sleep one. If you're interested in the 24-hour bundle for right now, you can use my link and code READINGJAN. There's a link in the description. Might as well start now, you know, it's January, get that fresh new start. And also look how cute these bottles are. Where do I even want to start? This is my rotating bookshelf. I have a whole video of it if you want to go check it out. I'm not going to be going into detail for every single book on here unless I'm really excited to read it and then I'll tell you about it. There's not enough time in the world for me to talk about in extreme detail every single one of these books on my TBR. We're going to start with, very first one, A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson. This is an owl crate. What the Woods Took by Courtney Gold. Also a new one I just got. Look at that little deer on the back, how cute. Oh, this is a new one, but I already read it, so we good. Another fairy loot I recently got, For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. Another fairy loot, Spice Road by Maya Ibrahim. I then have a collection of Avatar: Last Airbender comics as well as the single The Promise comic. You Can't Spell Treason Without T by Rebecca Thorne. This was totally a cover by. I mean, look how cute it is. The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. It's gonna be rough. Down to the second shelf. Oh boy, there's 3 right off the bat here. Legend Board by Tracy Dion. The Bone Witch by Rin Capico. Bunny by Mona Awad. I really wanted to read this last year and I couldn't find it on my shelf. But I found it now. I'll read it this year. Mortal Follies by Alexis Hall. I got halfway through this book and then stopped reading it, but I'm not necessarily gonna unhaul it because I think I do want to finish it, and that is Don't Want You Like a Best Friend by Emma R. Alban. Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Tilla Hibbert. Alexa Martin's Better Than Fiction. Ali Hazelwood, Love on the Brain. Ali Hazelwood, Love Theoretically. And we're at 17, if I'm doing my counting right. Sons of Darkness by Gaurav Mahatni. The sequel to Divine Rivals, Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. This is definitely going to be a read this year because I loved the first book. Babel by R.F. Kuang. The Ones We Burn by Rebecca Mix. Lore by Alexander Bracken. The Girl with No Reflection by Keshi Cho. We're at 23. These Hollow Vows. I always have a hard time saying vows for some reason. By Lexi Ryan. 7 Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb. Castle of the Cursed by Roma Garber. Cruel Illusions by Margie Fuston. A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saff. The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. The Scarlet Alchemist by Kaylee Lee Baker. The Stars Are Dying by I can't even pronounce my own name. The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. Penaranda? Penaranda. The Darkening by Sunya Mara. One I've been dying to read, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy. Can't wait to read this one. The Crimson Moth by Christelle Schiafarelli. I'm so bad at names, I'm sorry. I'm butchering all these names. Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Burton. Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun. This is one I contemplated getting rid of. We still might, we'll see. Fire with Fire by Destiny Sora. F.T. Lukens, So This Is Ever After. The Coven by Harper L. Woods. Air by Saba Taher. Wow. I really can't wait to read this one, but I kind of want to reread An Ember in the Ashes first, because I think it's an offset from that series, but I'm not quite sure. Let me know. Spells for Beginning by Adrienne Young. Evocation by S.T. Gibson. Okay, that is one shelf done, and we're down to 45 books. But it's okay, this is mostly a TBR cart, even though I have TBR everywhere. I want this to become a TBR cart. It's mostly gonna become like a Fairy Loot and Owl Crate TBR cart. Now we get to the hard stuff, because aesthetics, my books are turned around. I recently did this too, so I just like to cause troubles for myself, really. We are moving now to my main bookshelves, starting with this first shelf over here. We have Blade of Secrets and Master of Iron by Trisha Levenseller. A book I was meaning to read last year and just never got around to it because I'm the worst, but I'm in a dark academia mood, so we'll see if I get to it soon. That is Ninth House and Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. Another Leigh Bardugo novel, The Familiar. One that honestly really surprises me because it's like a favorite author. Gilded by Marissa Meyer. I have not read this series yet. I'm really hoping to this year. Really love Marissa Meyer's like fairy tale retellings. They're one of my favorites. 51, we already seem so high and I'm only on the first shelf. I think we might be more than last year. What did I say we were at last year? 171? Defy the Night by Bridget Kremer. I have 2 editions of this, but I think I'm gonna really like it because I've heard it gives Tangled vibes, so. Bonesmith by Nikki Powell Pareto. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. I guess I should also have included Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kremer. This is the sequel to Defy the Night. Yes, that's what it's called. The only Chloe Gong book I haven't read is this series, The Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. Really love this her too. Like, she's one of my favorite authors. I love her writing style a lot. Honestly, I was getting scared. Because we were already at 51 and I'm only on like the first bit of it, but I have read everything on these 5 shelves right here, so we're pretty good, and mostly everything on the 6th shelf as well, other than these 2 books, which is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and this really intimidating book, The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I'm scared to read this. I got to my last shelves. My bottom shelves are always full, just full of books I haven't read, so let's just get a lot of these out of the way. I have the 4 last books of Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. I read the first 4 Bridgerton a while ago. I kind of was having a rough time, so I took a break. I also have another little romance, Burn for Me by Alona Andrews, and then another one of these mass paperbacks, A Lady for a Duke by Alexis Hall. You Reach Sam by Dustin Tao. I've almost gotten rid of this a couple times, but then I see the cover and I'm like, she's beautiful, so I keep her. Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. Again But Better and Better Together by Christine Riccio? Oh, sorry. Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. These Infinite Threads by Tahira Mafi. I tried to read this and couldn't remember what happened in the first one, so I have to go reread the first one. Emotion of Great Delight by Tahira Mafi. The Bone Spindle by Leslie Vedder. I don't think I've been including this one because it's kind of just a collection thing. I don't think I will ever read it, but I guess it is an unread book. So Mother Knows Best by Valentino. is all that the cover says. I believe we're at 73 books. I was trying to find this one earlier to unhaul it, so I think I'm not even gonna count this. I'm just gonna throw this in the unhaul pile. I have a lot on these shelves, so I'm sorry, we're just gonna try to fly through them. I have Love, Rosie. I love the movie. I wanna read the book someday. Call Me By Your Name, another one that's a movie thing. I don't love the movie. Actually, I haven't seen the movie all the way through, but I still wanna read the book, and it's super short, so I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu. I think this is another one I've almost unhauled multiple times now, and it might be there in the next unhaul. We'll see. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I've never read a Colleen Hoover book. I'm kind of scared to read one, but this is a Colleen Hoover book that I do have on my shelf for someday when I decide to try to read a Colleen Hoover book. You know? Rockabye by William Ritter. Wilder Girls by Rory Power. White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Fatal Throne. This doesn't even have an author name on it, so another popular author I've not read a single thing by, Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have Malibu Rising. Another popular author I haven't read anything by, Adam Silvera. They both die at the end. Reign of Shadows by Sophie Jordan. Honestly, this might be one to unhaul. I've had it on my shelf for years. Princess of Death by Courtney Pearson. Sinking by Sarah Armstrong Garner. This was a blind date with a book. Never judge a lady by her cover. And then I have all the Henry and Ripsey, I guess, books by Beverly Cleary. I have all of her books because these were my childhood books. I love Ramona and Beezus. I've read all of those. I just haven't read her other books, and they all came in the collection. So technically these are all unread. Will I ever read them someday? Hopefully, because I do want to like complete my whole bookshelf, but who knows, maybe it'll be fun to like read all these again. I imagine I could read them all in like a day, just sit down and have fun with them. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3 shelves complete. 2 more to go. We're at 94 books. I have The Beautiful and the Righteous by Renee Ahdieh. I'm missing The Damned, and then I'll probably read this series once I get the 3rd one. Horrid by Katrina Leno. Lake Edge by Lyndall Clipstone. The Reckoning of Roku by Randy Rabe, and The Dawn of Yang Chen by F.C. Yi. I read the Kyoshi books, and I've just been meaning to catch up on the rest of these books. Set Fire to the Gods by Sarah Rush and Kristen Simmons. My Plain Jane and My Imaginary Mary, all by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. The Library of Shadows by Rachel Moore. A Multitude of Dreams by Mara Rutherford. The Darker Shade of Magic trilogy by V. Schwab. Cinderella is Dead by Caitlin Byron. Year of the Reaper by Makilla Lucer. Anatomy and Immortality by Dana Schwartz. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. Mermaid Moon by Susan Kogel. And The Maiden Ship by Michelin Rickman. Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. The Darkness Within Us by Trisha Levenseller. The Stardust Thief, Chelsea Abdullah. 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lynn. Sleep Like Death by Caitlin Byron. A Sanctuary of Shadows by Aurora Asher. Together We Burn by Isabel Abanez. Bloodlines by Mariah Hayes. Lucy Undying by Kirsten White. Crimson Crown by Heather Walter. Tiny Threads by Lilian Rivera. The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Mahurin. By Any Other Name by Erin Cotter. The Red Rising trilogy by Pierce Brown. Curses by Lish McBride. Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. Bring Me Your Midnight by Rochelle Griffin. Lightlark by Alex Astor. The Sunbearer Trials by Aidan Thomas. 3 Dark Crowns by Kendra Blake. We're at 140 and we have one more shelf to do. I think I'm going to be more or over from last year. Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. The Trials of Apollo 2 and 3 by Rick Riordan. This Vicious Grace by Emily Thied. A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kremer. Seventh Son by Lainey Forbes. Night of the Witch and A Fate of Magic by Sarah Rush and Beth Revis. We Hunt the Flame by Hafisa Fasil. I'm always so bad at her name in particular. Hold on. We only have one more shelf. Fruits Baskets, volume 1 through 12 minus 11, because I just don't own it. With just those, we're at 160. I think previously I was at 171. I think we're going over. Let me just tell you that. We have a whole nother stack to do. So let's just start with The Lost Memories of Callum Brecker by Madeline Bordelin. This is one of my Bookstagram besties. I got halfway through. I was reading it on Kindle and then I messed up my Kindle and like now I have to restart it. Vintners 1 and 2 by Devery Walls. Twin Crowns by Catherine Weber and Catherine Doyle. The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. The Master of One by Jada Jones and Danny Bennett. We're at 167. I literally think we're gonna be one over, or we're gonna match if I can't do my math right. Witches Steeped in Gold by Shannon Smart. Wicked Fox by Kat Choi. Or Cho. Sorry, Kat Cho. The High Mountain Court by A.K. Mulford. The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rubinskowski. Yep. I just messed up my count at the very end. Are you kidding me? Okay. I think I had these 4 right. 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. I literally think I'm at 171 again. I think I have not made any progress. I'm gonna call it there. 171. Again. Is that the same as last year? Have I literally made 0 progress? We're gonna count every single book and see what the percentage is. Oh god. Okay. I have 515 books and I found another unhaul, or sorry, unread that was hiding from me. So I think I'm 1 up and I think the percentage is worse because I have less books too. I also have not read Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. Books haven't read out of 515 books. What's the math? 33%? I think I'm at the same percentage each time and I feel like I'm reading and hauling and getting rid of and getting so many new books. Why is that just my average? Is it gonna stay the same every single time? I'm gonna have a midlife crisis in my 20s. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go to bed now. Have a good night. I'm so sad, man. I thought I did so well this year. Check out the link in the description to get your 45% off the bundle, the 24-hour bundle, if you would like. Thank you for watching. We'll see where I head next year. Oh my god, I can't believe that we are literally at the same. Are we at the same? I think we're worse. I blame this. I blame BookTube. That's not even a passing grade. It would be a 67% of this has been read. We're gonna crack down on it this year. I know I say that every year, but it's gonna happen this year. Thanks for watching me count all my books and go through every unknown book that I have. My physical TBR if you may, or if you will, I guess. I'm gonna go to bed now. Have a great night. Take care of yourself. We're gonna have a great year. We're gonna try to have a great year, at least. I'll see you next time.